To get started with Clip List, we're going to come over here to the Applications and Components panel, go to the CMK BIM group, and then double click on the Clip List icon. This will then open up the Clip List tool. Now, if I want to manually create clip planes in the model, I can go to the View menu within Tekla Structures, activate the View Plane command or the Clip Plane command, and then I can select on any surface, and now I have a clip plane here in the model. And then I can delete this out manually if I'd like to. Now the whole idea with the clip list tool is that it's going to remember a group of different clip planes that you add in the model, and you can save that with any name or associate it to a view. Or we can actually just quickly create different clip planes that we need rather than manually doing that. So let's first start with that. If I select the clip creation option to view plane, here in the 3D view, the view plane is created down at the 000 and aligned with the X and Y axis of the world. Then in the view properties, I have a view depth up of 50 feet and down of 6 feet. Let's go ahead and press to create clip planes. When we do that, you'll see that a clip plane in opposite directions is added to the top based on the view depth and the bottom based on the view depth. Now we can go ahead and delete those. If we do view plane manual, then we go ahead and just say a depth up and a depth down, and it will still read from the current view plane that's created for this view. It'll just then use these fixed values if we'd like that. So we're just going to go ahead and say create, and now notice it's only 3 feet up and 3 feet down. Now we also have the option here of doing manual. Very similar to the out of the box command for clip planes is we're going to activate the command and then we'll select on a surface. The major difference here is that instead of just one single clip plane, we get a slice through the building and have 2 clip planes. This is more common of what you're usually trying to do. You want to have 2 so that way you can create a quick section in your building. Let's delete these. The last option here is if we do all views. Now when we do all views, what we're going to do is we're going to say apply this to the saved view name. So we're going to use the view name of all of the views in our views list here, our named and permanent views, and it's going to read the plane as well as read the view depth up and down in each one of those views, and it's going to automatically create a stored clip plane automatically for that. So let's go ahead and say saved view name, all views, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply say create, and it then gives us a list. Now you'll see here that in the currently visible view, it actually applied those clip planes. But let's say that this view is not visible, and there's no visible views here currently in the model. If I simply double click on this, it's going to open up the 3D view, as well as open up the corresponding clip planes for that. Let's say that I go to plan at second floor. Now you'll see here at plan at second floor, the clip planes have been applied here. So this is really handy if you want to quickly slice through the building. Beyond just using view depth, you can also have your built-in clipping planes associated with those views. Now, if for some reason I'm in the 3D view here, so if I maximize this, you'll see here that based on the top of the screen, the name view is 3D. Let's delete all the clipping planes, and instead of using the saved view name here by opening up that view, let's say that in the 3D view I just want to get to the plan at second floor and I want the model to be clipped to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then you'll see here that it reads that plane at second floor, and then it just shows me here in the 3D view those particular clipping planes. So you can use load based on the saved view name that this was originally created from, or that these clip planes were originally created in, or you can apply those saved clipping plane information to the current view here in the model. Now let's just go ahead and say that we want to add a bunch more clip planes, and we're going to save it as our own manual session, and it has nothing to do with a specific view. If I just come in here and let's do manual as an option, and it will just say create clipping planes, and then let's just go in this opposite direction. So now I kind of have a box created. I've got a floor level as well as a certain area in the model that's been clipped. So I like what I've got here. I just am going to type in manual, and then I'm just going to go ahead and say add or press the save button here, and it will then create that new group, and then I can always come back to that. So if I delete these and then I say apply this to the current view, and then I just say double click on the manual, it's then going to apply those clipping planes in this view. So here, even beyond just having it associated to a view name, I can type in my own clipping planes, especially if I'm working on a specific stair or region or area of the model. Now you can also select different listed or saved away clip list items, and you can just press the remove button here, which will then delete that. And whenever you add or save or remove any of these clip list items, they're stored here inside of a subfolder inside of your model folder. So here's clip list, and you'll see a series of files that have been then created. They're assigned unique identifiers, so that way anything that's been created can be shared through model sharing. You can reach out to us at CMK BIM Consulting to learn more about clip lists.